Warning: the opinions expressed in this video do not represent YouTube, associations, agencies, nor any particular individuals. They are merely from a team assembled trying to pass the boredom of everyday life. Some explicit content may occur in this or future presentations. Viewer discretion may be advised. But ignore it if you're into that thing.
Guys, your Big Bad Wolf here, and welcome to day 29 of Shocktoberfest. Today I will be doing the movie Clown, and as you can see, today I'm solo. It happens. But, now this movie Clown, I believe it came out in 2014. It actually came out overseas and actually took a couple years to be released here in America. So I find that very interesting. Now, the plot of the movie revolves around a dad who happens to sell a house. He's a realtor, and it's his son's birthday. And his son is really obsessed with clowns. Now, however, the clown that they booked was double booked, and he's not showing up for the party. It just so happens that the house that he recently just purchased to sell, well, there's a bunch of clown outfits downstairs in the basement. Now, he finds a couple that doesn't really work for him. Then he finds this really, really old one in this locked up chest. That should have been a big sign right there, buddy, that there's something bad going on. The guy had clown stuff in the basement. But anyway, rabble. So he puts on the costume, and he goes, and he's like a hero to it for his son for the day, because his son got a clown. Well, anyways, he falls asleep in the costume, and then that's when things start turning for the worst. He can't get the costume off. The wig now has become his actual hair, and the fake red nose he has is part of his skin. What the hell is going on? So anyways, the movie progresses, he's ripping stuff off and really hurting himself. He's accidentally cutting himself. He's going to the hospital. All these shenanigans are happening. And he's just starting to get really, really hungry. So he decides to look into the history of the house. And, he finds out that the brother of the person who died is still alive. He calls him. And the brother's kind of cryptic on the phone. Don't touch the suit. And then he simply says, well, I'm wearing it. And the guy hangs up. Next thing we know, the guy's telling us a great story about this Icelandic creature known as the Clow, or something like that. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce it right. It's this creepy, slender fellow who lives up in the mountains, whose skin is pale white from living in a cave, and his nose is bright red from the frost up in the mountains, which to be expected. The bad thing we learn about it is he's the basis for modern-day clowns, but with a little evil twist. Think It. He devours children. He gets off on it. He needs it to survive. So basically what we find out about this suit is, it's the demon's skin. And now he's becoming the demon. Now there's a way to take off the skin, but they have to sacrifice 5 children. Or he can kind of end the curse by chopping his head off. So that's what we find out's happening. So throughout the rest of the movie, basically he starts turning more and more to this demonic clown, which strangely enough looks like Pennywise the Dancing Clown, but I don't know if they did that on purpose or not. Anyway, rabble. So at the end of the movie, of course, we come to a resolution, and I'm sure you know what happened. So I won't ruin any more of the movie for you. And now I'm just going to jump into what I liked about the movie, what I didn't like about the movie, and then I'm going to ultimately give it a grade. To start off, what I really liked about the movie was the lore behind the Clown, or the Clown, however you pronounce it. Just the story he told. And coming from Iceland, they have a lot of creepy stories about monsters and stuff. And this one really sounded like it could be a real thing. I'm not 100% sure if there really was something like this. But they made it very believable, which makes it really scary. And what people have done, actually, throughout the course of history to make a monster or something less scary, they kind of give it a funny quality. So clowns turn from this demonic figure who eats children to a creature that makes people laugh, especially children. So there's some truth to that, actually, and it's been done and used throughout history, and I'm sure it will continue to be used throughout history. So that part I really like. I feel like they really hit the nail on the head with that one about getting the lore behind this movie straight. Like, it's very believable. I really like it. And this clown effects aren't too terrible, but again, it sort of looks, at some points he looks like Heath Ledger's the Joker. Some points he looks like Pennywise as he gets more demonic, so maybe they could have taken it a different way, but hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it, I guess. Now let's jump into the parts that I really didn't like. It just goes back, I guess, sort of what I liked about it was sort of what I didn't like. The look of the clown, like you've seen it before. So yeah, it was a little terrifying. They made him a little bit more grotesque and stuff like that. But at the same time, you've kind of seen it before. Like I said, the new It hadn't come out yet, so maybe it took some inspiration from this clown. But who am I to judge? It does look terrifying. It's just you've seen it before. So it's not really a terrible thing. It's just not a great thing. Another thing, too, his wife, like, keeps trying to save him. Even though this, the brother who was actually the clown at one time tells her there's no saving him. He's a demon. You can either save him this way, which there's no way they're going to be able to do because they can't contain him, or you can kill him. And, of course, she doesn't want to hear it. But the saddest part is at the movie, and I hate to be a spoiler alert, is right before the clown's about to die, he's like, you can save me. And the wife's like, yeah, go get that book. Go get a book. So, and the son knows. The innocence of kids like, that's not dad anymore. And then, of course, one more scare, and then bam, he dies. Sorry I ruined the movie for you, but it's actually a pretty good movie. Especially when they're in Chuck E. Cheese. Ooh. Don't want to ruin too much of that for you. So you got to go watch this on Netflix. It's called Clown. It's really creepy. It's really good. And like I said, the lore behind it is really good. So me grading this movie, I'm going to give it a solid A-. Not a terrible flick. I went into this movie thinking it's going to be another stupid clown movie about a serial killer dressed like a clown. And I was 100% wrong. There's a lot of good jump scares, so definitely check it out. So all I can really tell you now is, leave me a comment below if you like the video. You can even hit the like button too. Dislike it. Maybe you've seen the movie, you didn't like the movie. Maybe I'm wrong. That's the beautiful thing about opinions. Everybody has them, and everybody can speak them. But of course, guys, make sure you share this with your family and friends. And of course, guys, as always, push that red button and ring that bell. We have so much content coming out for you. Shocktoberfest is unfortunately almost over. But guys, us on the Wild Wolf Show, we have a lot more great ideas coming. I know we've always said that, but hey, if I keep saying it, maybe you'll believe it. So anyway, guys, I am your Big Bad Wolf, Benny, and we will see you tomorrow on day 30 of Shocktoberfest. Pleasant dreams.
Well, Shocktoberfest is almost done, and we can finally relax a little bit. Val and I can finally go on a date that we've really needed to do. I know I've been not the greatest person in the world, but I'm so glad she's still in my life. She has taken a little while. I don't know what time it's... Okay, honey, you almost done in there?
I'm ready, honey. What do you think?
Oh, you make me feel a little underdressed. I mean, what's the occasion?
Prom night.
Oh, what love does to people.